love the Testarossa for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's powered by an engine which is descendant from Nobility. To appreciate why the Testarossa is a great car, you have to appreciate what potted history Ferrari had in Grand Prix racing from the late 60s until the end of the 70s. In the late 60s, the FIA brought out 3-litre rules and Ferrari were basically left in the dark. Ford and Cosworth came together and made one of the greatest Grand Prix engines of all time. Matra were producing more horsepower, so they had to come up with a new solution. They basically engineered a boxer for the 3-litre formula.
Flat 12.
Flat 12, and a new tubular frame that basically cradled it. And it was powerful. You know, the drivers at the time, like Chris Amon, said, you know, we finally got the horsepower that we needed. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a grenade. And the early engines left them wanting and they didn't qualify, and if they qualified, they didn't finish. But by the mid-70s...
They'd worked all that out.
They'd worked it out, right? Yeah. And not only had they worked it out, they worked out aero, they worked out the engine, they got louder, and all of a sudden, there was a string, and it was the beginning of Ferrari Formula One greatness in the modern era. So they ran boxer engines right up until the turbo rules came in and they went to V6s. And then the boxer engine went into road car production in the 365, which then became the 512. It went to 5 litres, and then at the end of that car's career, at the end of the boxer's time, Ferrari knew that they had to do something really different to keep their existing clientele happy. People that had front engine 12-cylinder GTs with a boot, they could put things in, go away for a weekend, use the car frequently. But the Boxer just didn't allow it. It was laid out poorly, you couldn't fit any bags in it. It had, the radiators were in the front of the car with all the cooling lines that went through the tunnel with the gear shift. So all of the radiation of the heat of the cooling lines filled the cabin. The cabin became hot. It was
like being in an oven.
Yeah, and a great car, but there were shortcomings, right? So what do? They have a complete rethink. They hang on to the mechanical side. They have a complete rethink of the layout. And the biggest thing about the Testarossa, the defining dimension, as I call it, is the car's width, because they stuck the radiators on the side of the car behind the occupants. Yeah. They put really big holes in the bodywork for air to go into the radiators. They kept the pipework out of the cabin. All of a sudden, there's a boot in the front that you could put bags in. Pretty generous boot. The temperature in the cockpit was doable. Yeah. Modern air conditioning worked. Hello, usable car. And here we have then a Ferrari which is phenomenally capable, makes a sensational noise, is bred from racing technology, and I reckon you could drive it to the shops. You could drive it to work, you could put your bags in the front, you could hang your suit, jacket on the back of the seat, and away you go.